Hi, this is your personal video tour of HAWX and trying to maneuver around here as you kind of start this first week and maybe are a little overwhelmed. Hopefully this will help. You would want to follow the site map that I sent you, and I'm just going to kind of go through each one of those, but you can kind of see what it looks like as we go. To begin with, this is what you see when you open it, and this is where you're going to be doing your homework. So let's start with just doing your lessons from your homework. You're going to want to access your syllabus so you can see what lessons are due each week, and we'll eventually get around to finding that syllabus. But for right now, let's just talk about how this looks. So let's say you're going to go in, you're going to do section 1.1. So you go into chapter 1, and you can see over here they have little marks here. Look, I already did 1.1, and I passed it. It was completed on time. You can see the key down below here. Or if you're doing a different section, and so you just pick out which sections you want to do, and you can see again the code. Those are assigned, but I haven't done them yet. Eventually, if I don't do them, they're going to end up past due. So let's say you go into one. Let's go ahead and go into this one. And it looks like this. And if you go through the instruction part here, it kind of tells you what the lesson is about, and you're just going to go through and read that. And then you want to, after you go through that, you're going to want to practice a few. And so they'll give you some problems that you can practice. Over here is this keypad that if you want to do any special features, if you want to do exponents, maybe you need this one, or square roots, that kind of stuff. There's fractions. But it also has special symbols if you need them, infinity or something like that. So that keypad is over there, and you just hover on it. If you take it away, it goes away. Alright, so then you're going to sit there and you're going to practice, and they have some problems down here for you to practice. When you're done, you can submit. When you feel like you're practicing, that you've got it figured out and you're ready to do the real deal, you want to do certify. The certifies are like, that's the official homework. That's what gets turned in. That's what you get the grade on. So you click your certify. And I was probably in the middle of something else there, so I'm just going to do yes. And then I'm going to sit here and go through and do the problems. Now you'll want to read or watch the video tutorial, and it kind of talks to you about some of your options and about the strikes and that kind of thing. But rather than repeat that, I'll let you go ahead and do that later. And then when you're finished with your certify, you end. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay, and so let's say I'm done. I did one. I'm ready to take a break, so I'm going to quit and get back into the lessons. So this was just doing the homework portion of it. Remember that it's been mentioned several places that you have to complete the homework. That's not optional. You have to do those certifies, and you have to master them at about an 80%. If you don't do that, then the tests will not even be available for you to take. So manage your time. Make sure you have time to get through all of your homework and master it, and still have time to take that test before the deadlines. Let's go ahead and move on. This is homework. Let's talk about just some of this first week stuff to get you through. And let's go through these areas. You can go into web test, and you're always going to take a test, and it's always going to be an instructor-made test. And up here you'll see some tests that are available to you. Now, right now I have some things up here. You may or may not see these. It just depends on what time of the semester it is, but there are some study guides. There's a study guide for each exam, and those are optional, but they would be great practice to do right before you take your exam. You can take them as many times as you want. You can print them off, whatever is helpful to you. Also in this list, what you should see is your syllabus quiz. That's probably the very first one. You need to take the syllabus quiz this week. The exam you can't take. Even though it's listed there, you won't be able to take it unless you've finished the certifies for those sections. Alright, so I'm going to cancel out of that. And cancel out of that. And I'm ready to exit the web test. So really, web test, you're going to have your syllabus quiz, and then just your exams. And those are the only ones that you're really going to use your web tests for. This progress report is probably your big button.